What's something you did during sex that was so stupid you still facepalm about it today?
First time I saw a penis, I was like, wow, so that's it. I meant like, wow, it's actually there. Here it is. But he understood it like it wasn't big or something, lol. Like, where's the rest of it?
Thighfuked my ex. I haven't noticed it until, after some minutes, she says I don't know what you're doing, but can you put it inside?
In college my girlfriend was riding me in my dark bedroom me summer night. She was vigorously gyrating that I could feel her sweat dripping on me. Afterward we kissed and cuddled. When we turned on the light we discovered she had had a bloody nose and her blood was all over my neck and chest.
This was a bit of a misunderstanding, but when my boyfriend and I first got together, I was going to give him a blowjob, so I took the gum out of my mouth and I thought I put it in the trash bin. I did not. After we finished I went to the bathroom and saw gum all over my hair. I guess it was still on my hand when I put my hair up with a hair tie. So I said, man, this takes me back to my childhood. Referring to the gum stuck in my hair. When I walked back into his room, his face had changed from happy bliss to complete concern. After a pause he finally says he was so sorry, and that we didn't have to do that again. He hadn't seen the gum in my hair. He thought I was talking about a childhood filled with blowjobs. Once we figured out the mix-up, he was still a bit shaken by my childhood.
One girl I was with in high school was on top, and I had to fart real bad. I wasn't sure what to do, so I just tried to hold it in. She started to get more into it and picked up the pace, which caused a series of tiny rhythmic farts every time she came down. It sounded like a machine gun. She stopped and asked if I farted, and I blamed the squeaky bed. She knew.
I had sex with a deaf chick, and I was moaning really loud, but she couldn't hear it, so I gave her a thumbs up for half of it. It became an inside joke.
I asked my boyfriend to talk dirty to me. In the middle of sex he starts saying in my ear, fuck you, fuck you. I let it happen and afterwards burst out laughing, telling him to never do that again.
My husband was trying to talk dirty to me and finished a sentence calling me a silly goose. Sex was postponed for a good 15 minutes while I laughed my ass off.
An old girlfriend of mine said she wanted to be slapped while we were going at it. After 100% ensuring she really wanted to be slapped, I slapped her. I missed her cheek and smacked her right in the nose. She yelled, ow fuck, but thankfully didn't hold it against me.
He said arch your back while we were doing it doggy style, and I arched it the wrong way, up, and he had to say no the other way at it. Thanks for all the awards. Glad my suffering, and his, probably, can bring you all joy.
Getting my wife's bra off. Too many damn straps and crap. I muttered Rubik's boob and we started laughing so hard we killed the moment.
Having sex while standing holding GF face to face, and supporting her off the ground with my arms under her legs. Yeah, you have to have some strength to do this. So she's all into this new position, and my arms are getting tired, so I have the idea to walk forward and put her back against the wall. Except it was the patio sliding glass door. In January, which was freezing cold. Bare GF back against a cold piece of glass. Nope. That definitely broke the mood.
The first time he went down on me he had a slight cold and I was super nervous, so he's going at it, right up in there, and my brain decided to ask him, how's your nose? He just looked up at me, shook his head, and kept going, thankfully.
My girlfriend a while ago liked to do the ice cube cup of tea blowjob trick. One night we didn't have any ice cubes, only a bag of frozen peas. She went down on me with a mouthful, and it turns out that peas in the mouth defrost really fast. After about 20 seconds she choked and coughed blowjob mushy peas all over me and my new sheets. Improvise. Adapt. Overcome.
The first time I tried to kiss a guy, I closed my eyes, went forward with my mouth open, and bit his chin.
My boyfriend at the time was trying to take my tight jeans off, and struggling mightily to get them over my hips. I lifted my hips up to assist with the process, and the jeans came off quickly, and he flew backwards and hit his head on the wall. It was absolutely hilarious, and I laughed. He did not find it equally funny, and sexy times were put off so he could nurse his head injury and his pride.
Getting hot and heavy with my GF in bed, making out and getting ready to start the main event. We're whispering back and forth to each other when I say, "I want to be inside you." To which she immediately responded, "What? What did you say?" After a very confusing moment, I realized she thought I said, "I want to pee inside you." It kinda killed the mood. By the way, fucking autocorrect almost made me post this as getting hot and heavy with my grandfather in bed, glad I'm a paranoid proofreader.
Going a wee when I came. Her roommate had friends over, and they still make fun of me to this day for it.
When I came, my upper body froze up and I drooled on her face. I felt the spit making its way out and I couldn't move my arms or body. This happened twice with the same girl.
A girl invited me over to her house to watch the Wonder Woman movie. While we're watching it, she starts kissing on me and teasing me. I said, "What about the movie?" She says to me, "Come on to the bedroom, it'll be better than the movie," and while we're going at it she says, "See, isn't this better than the movie?" And before I could catch myself I said, "I don't know, I haven't seen the rest of the movie," man facepalming.
She, who's very insecure, queefs very loud and leans forward. Looks back at me, lips shaking like she's going to cry. I'm not grossed out or anything, but I do kinda feel bad for her. I seize this opportunity to let out a fart that I'd been holding in, and followed up with, "It's okay, I do it too sometimes." It was unsuccessful. She just started bawling, sad face.
My very first time, with a gal who was out of my league. We stripped off our clothes and were making out, and both of us totally naked. I said, "So, what next? Do I ask for a blowjob?" She laughed it off and said, "Let me take the lead on this one. I miss her."
Not me, but my girlfriend and I were in the middle of sexy times and we had been wanting to get more comfortable with dirty talk, and after a little bit of back and forth she said, "How bad do you want this dick? I mean, pussy." We just laughed it off. But she still gets embarrassed thinking about it to this day.
So I met this girl at a bar one night. She had very vibrantly red hair. So I end up going home with her, all was well. We exchanged numbers and I left. So we meet up again and her hair is bluer than the sky, so I say, "Oh shit, I like the new hair color." So she proceeds to tell me they are wigs. She had destroyed her hair and shaved it off, so, now wigs. The facepalm is, one night she's giving me oral. I look over and there's two different wigs next to me. I still don't know what possessed me to do it. But I took the one on her head off and, naturally, put a different one on face with tears of joy rolling on the floor laughing.
Not me, but my husband. He was being silly, jumped up on the bed but hit the overhead light with his hand, raining pieces of glass onto said bed and cutting a gash in his calf. No sex for us that night.
One time I slipped off the bed and literally fell out of her.
Lost my virginity to a girl with an IUD, so we just kinda raw dogged it. Basically I nutted in like 30 seconds but didn't want to disappoint, so I just kept going for like 15 minutes till she was like, "Yo, are you good?" And I told her I nut like ages ago and we laughed.
Not really bad but weird. I was having sex with my GF in the missionary position, and out of nowhere she stuck her middle finger up my ass. No warning or anything. What really freaked me out was I came instantly. Didn't have any control over it.
First time. I put it in and just expected things to happen. I mean, it felt warm and nice, but not even close to how good it felt when I masturbated. We figured things out the second time round though.
So when I'm drunk and tired I start saying extremely weird things with no recollection of it afterwards. Sex is no exception here, unfortunately. The worst thing I've said was probably my reply to a "how was it?" when I supposedly just dryly shrugged and said nothing to be proud of.